I've used this lead generation strategy to book over 150 meetings for my business within 30 days. In this video, I will reveal what this secret lead generation strategy is so that you can use it to book a ton of more calls for your business. Twitter DMs are the secret lead generation strategy that we've been using for almost 2 years now, but that very few people are actually taking advantage of as we speak. But now, why is Twitter so good? Why are we seeing 20% reply rates, 12% reply rates on Twitter? Why are the results so drastically different? Number one, Twitter has an increasing audience base. In 2023, Twitter had 20 million new users added each month, which just makes it a killer platform to do outreach in. Another really big point is the fact that Twitter is really cost effective. On Twitter, there is no need to pay for emails. There's no need to pay for leads. There's no need to pay for email verification. You can literally send 500 messages every single day per account. And the only cost is an $8 blue check mark. What's special about Twitter that not very many other social platforms actually have is that if you're in B2B and you're targeting really big CEOs, CMOs, founders, owners, the odds are these guys actually have Twitter with notifications turned on directly on their phone. Through Twitter, you can actually like their posts, you can comment on their posts, you can retweet, and then hit them up with a DM a week later and just look at what results will be for that. Social proof is a huge one, right? If you're sending cold emails, people have to copy paste your domain into Google just to be able to see what you're about. Where on Twitter, you can literally just hit one button and then they get access to your whole profile. And if you set up your profile correctly, then it is instant social proof, instant authority. Just by having relevant content and by having a decent looking Twitter, then your social proof will just go through the roof. That's what you get from Twitter that you don't really get anywhere else. So now we're going to go into how to actually set things up for Twitter. First thing you need to do is figure out who your ICP is. Then we need to think about who has their attention. Who does your ICP follow? Where does your ICP hang out on Twitter? There's a couple ways to go about this. If you already know who your ICP follows, if you already know who the authorities are in the space, then just look them up. And then I would just start by adding them to a Google Sheet. But if you don't, then you want to go to ChatGPT. And then you can literally just ask it. Say we're looking for B2B SaaS. Can you give me a list of the top voices on Twitter for B2B SaaS companies? Now, obviously this isn't like what you just want to go off of, but this is just a start. So you can take him and then we can look him up, Jason Saster. Okay, so this guy obviously really big in the SaaS space. He'll probably have some SaaS people following him. What we can do is then we can look at who he follows. So CMO HubSpot, he obviously knows what he's doing. You just want to look at the people that these guys follow, and that's going to give you a really good idea. Let's see, investor, partner, entrepreneur, invest, CEO. Okay, this looks like a B2B SaaS. And how you can tell if it's a B2B SaaS is it'll always have like these columns, and then there will always be either schedule a demo or there will be a free trial. What you want to do after that is you want to start building out a list of keywords. You can honestly ask ChatGPT, what keywords might B2B SaaS founders have in their Twitter bio? Obviously, this isn't going to be the be all end all, but this can be a really good starting point. I would add into a Google Sheet to then only send messages out to people that follow one of these guys that have these keywords that we would start building out with ChatGPT. Or the other way to do it is you go into their following and then you look for SaaS founders in here. Look to see what keywords they have in their bio specifically. He has building, he has founder, he has CEO, and he's running Copy AI. So him, I would add to both of them. He has founder, he has CEO, he has building. And then essentially you just want to start building this out until you have a decent list. Now, there's a bunch of different softwares that you can use to actually scrape these leads, but we recommend drippy.ai. Once you're in, you want to go to find leads, then you want to go to new lead source, then you want to go to lead scraper, and then it's going to ask you for tweet source or account source. In this case, we're doing an account source, and then we can start adding these accounts in here. You can import their followers or their following, and then you can hit add source. You can add as many as you'd like. I typically like to keep it under 1 million. And now we can actually start adding filters. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit bio contents. We only want to message people that are followed or following these guys that have one of these words in their bio. And obviously you want to make this list way bigger. A quick tip is for you to add a comma column right next, and then you want to do equals concat, and you hit enter, and then you want to hit the keyword comma, and then you want to hit the column with the comma, and then you want to copy these, and then you're going to go to add element. If you do Word, you're going to have to copy and paste them one by one, but if you do quick add, and then you can delete delete the last comma, you can hit the check mark, and then it won't let you add. So what you have to do is you have to delete the last one, and then you just have to write it in. We're gonna hit add filter. Now we're gonna have your filter saved, and the number of leads will go from 500,000 to however many people have one of these 3 keywords. So roughly 20% of the people that we initially scraped have one of these keywords, and so those are gonna be our leads. Then we're gonna hit next, and now you wanna give your lead source a name. I typically just give it the name of the campaign. So for this, it's gonna be YouTube, and then we're gonna do the date. So we're gonna do YT date, then we're gonna do 2.0. Now you have this in here. Using Drippy, you can even download the list of leads. It'll be sent directly to your email, and then you can go through them manually to make sure you're only messaging people that fit your ICP 100%. Now that we have our list of leads, now we can actually start sending out messages. So how do we do that? First of all, I want to remember the name of your lead source. Then you want to hit automations right here. Then you want to hit new automation, and you want to hit cold DM 2.0. And then once you hit cold DM 2.0, this is what you're going to be prompted with. You're going to see all your lead sources. So we're going to go to the one that we just selected, which is YT date, and then we're going to select generator type. Here you can either do AI generator, where AI will just take care of everything, or you can do a script personalizer, which is the one I prefer. Then you can hit configure message, and then this is where things start getting really interesting. Now there's always this question of whenever you're doing outbound, should you go for volume or should you go for quality? Well, with this tool, you can actually do both. So what you want to do in the context is you want to say exactly what it is that your product does. So if we were running a campaign for Drippy, we're saying, hey, we're a B2B SaaS company that helps other B2B businesses book calls with their ICP through mass scale AI personalized Twitter DM. Then once we start getting into the script, the first thing you want to do is you want to think about what your end goal is. What do we want people to do through our DMs? Is our goal to book a call? Is our goal for them to say yes to a Loom video, to get them to join a community? Is our goal to get them to sign up to our newsletter? Is our goal to get them to follow us? Then you can think about different marketing angles that you can take to reach that goal. Once you have the marketing angles, you can write out a couple different scripts for each marketing angle. Here, our end goal is to get people to sign up to Drippy. Now, the angle we're taking here is 1,000 free leads. And now we start thinking like, what can we automate? And this will have to do a lot with your service or your product and the people that you're reaching out to. So here we're doing a list of 1,000 keywords, and we're targeting B2B companies. So we're using AI to help us personalize at scale. And we're asking AI, use the lead's website to determine who their ideal client might be. And then we ask it to insert 2 to 4 job titles for the customer types that fit their ideal customer profile. Something to keep in mind is you always want to hit generate before you send out these messages to make sure messages are being sent out correctly. This message right here took 4.5 credits, and we're saying, hello, Lori, can I send over a list of 1,000 life coaching clients, artists, and teachers who might be interested in creating a life that's beautifully unique? Totally free, of course. Whenever you send this message, it's going to be like, how do they know that this is who I target and that's the service I provide? So here we go. We have another one. So it says, hey, Akron, can I send over a list of 1,000 chief sustainability officers, ESG managers, and environmental consultants who might be interested in ESG consulting services? And then once you've crafted your messages, you can go ahead and hit next. So you can add variants if you'd like. Essentially, this will allow you to split test between different messages, between different scripts within one angle. And then you can add follow-ups as well, which are very key. We typically just do 2 follow-ups 3 days out. And then if we need more, we can just add more follow-ups after we've started the campaign. Then you can just hit start automation. Typically, we do name of the campaign or name of the account. Then we do the date and then the message. What we do is we send up to 16 messages per hour. We never go above that. You can go above this. You can go up to 500 per day. But just to be safe, to start things off, we start off anywhere between 3 and 16, depending on how active you've been on your account and whether or not you've been sending DMs. And then you can essentially move all the way up to 500 per day, or keep it right at the 400 mark at 384 with 16 per hour, just to make sure you're always safe. And then these are the advanced settings that I recommend the most. So you want to skip previously contacted, you want to not do auto like, use the do not contact list, AI language check, activity check, and then all you need to do after you select your Twitter account is hit start automation, and then you will start sending messages. All I have to do from there is just go into the message tab, start replying to messages, and then you're on your way to booking hundreds of meetings through Twitter. But knowing that Twitter can actually generate you leads and actually going through and doing it are 2 very different things, which is why I decided to create a free guide that will walk you through not only why it's very important, but then actually guide you through step by step what you need to do to actually see the results that we're getting for our clients. So if you want us to take care of everything Twitter related for you, click the link below to book a call with me directly. That's it for today, guys. Appreciate you a ton. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments, and we will speak soon. Peace.